This is VicTORIous, the podcast, with your hostess, Dr. Victoria Hoffman, also known as Tori Tellem, with our special guest, Lisa Cleveland.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on VicTORIous, the podcast. I have a very special guest with me today. I'm very excited to share with you an awesome topic for today. So I don't want to give it away too soon, but I do want to ask everyone to give a warm welcome to Miss Lisa Cleveland. God bless you, Miss Lisa. How are you today?
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm great.
Great. Well, we're very excited. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview. And I'm very excited to talk a little bit more about what you have to offer. So, if you don't mind, just start out telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got into this awesome niche here. So, we'll get more into it, but tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Okay, well, I retired about 13 years ago and wasn't ready to retire. So I went to massage school, and that's
Okay.
where I got heavily involved in health and wellness, and it has
Mm.
become a true passion for me. Um,
Wow.
I learned a lot about natural ways of taking care of ourselves that
Mhm.
we were never taught. So
Wow.
I like to share that with everyone that I can and tell them they have options.
That's
There are
wonderful.
choices you can make.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's awesome. That's wonderful. So, can you tell us a little bit about your company, PURVII? Is that right?
Yes, it's pure
Yeah.
V. Um,
Tell us a little bit about it and kind of what problems it solves.
okay, well, the initial concept for Pure V was we looked at the top 5 health concerns in the country.
Hmm.
And then we developed with Dr. Derek De Silva supplements to address those 5 health concerns.
Okay.
We have added to that. Um, So we've also added a weight loss product that is all natural and doesn't
Mm,
have any side effects to it, but side benefits.
got
So
it.
each one of those products is as natural as we can possibly make it.
Hmm.
No harmful side effects to any of them.
That's
They
great.
work synergistically
Okay.
for your overall health and wellness.
Okay. Wow. Well, that's awesome. That's great. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit more about that. I
Sure.
wanted to ask you as well, concerning your product here, what are the personal experiences, or did you notice a gap in the market where this product is concerned? Did you notice any gaps in the market with this specific thing?
I think we did. It was getting back to natural, healthy ways of
Mhm.
addressing these issues
Right.
out side effects that were harmful.
Hmm.
Dr. De Silva is very adamant about not having harmful side effects in the things that he develops.
Wow, that's good. Hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, can you take us back to the first moment that you all developed this idea? Can you take us back to what was going through your mind at the time when you were like, this is the niche, this is what we need to offer? What was that
Um,
moment like?
the owners of the company, they had already proceeded in that. What really struck me and when I want to
Right.
be part of this
Yes.
was finding out that without certain products that we have,
Hmm.
specifically, I'm going to address D3K2.
Hmm.
There's research out there that said if your D3 level was below a certain point,
Hmm.
you actually have a 6 times greater possibility of developing breast cancer.
Wow.
I have lost people who are dear to me to breast
Mm.
cancer.
Wow.
And it made me so angry to find out that
Mm.
there may have been something we could have done
Wow.
to prevent that.
Wow.
That's where I got fully on board and went, I will tell everybody till my dying breath.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's very powerful that you found a tool that could help in preventing those issues. So that's great. Wow, wow. That's very powerful. Can you tell us what the biggest challenge was when developing Pure V?
Just, I don't think people realize that they have choice.
Hmm.
They just take whatever they're told to
Yeah.
take. They
Wow.
don't do research. They don't know that there's any other options.
Hmm.
So just getting the word out and empowering people to take responsibility for their own health and not
Right.
just give that away.
Wow. That's
That's,
great. That's
yeah,
powerful. Yes, ma'am. Wow. Can you tell us, were there, along with these challenges, were there any times where you doubted yourself or the progress of this product? Were there any times of like that self-doubt that most people do have when you're taking a new, a new venture? Can you tell us how you were
sure.
able to push through those challenges?
Sure. Well, this is a brand new company. We
Yeah.
will be 2 years old in June. So
Wow.
we're at
Congratulations.
very upstart level at this point.
Yes.
So it's just getting the word out mainly. Um,
Yes.
yeah, there's frustrations with people not accepting what you have to tell them. I look at
Wow.
it at this point as planting seeds.
Yeah.
Sometimes my frustration actually lights a fire rather than dimming the light.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to get it out there. But one of these days you'll come back and go,
Yeah.
hey. But
Great.
yeah, so we're just starting and getting to spread the word.
That's
Um,
good.
and you have to recognize that's where we're at,
That's
so
great. Yes. That's going. It's growing slowly but surely. So that's a good thing. The
surely.
progression is good. Good. So
Yes,
can
yeah,
you walk us through how someone would use PureV in their daily life? For those who may be watching, talk to us about how they would use it and how it would
sure,
benefit them.
sure. Well, most people, there's a big percentage of people in the United States that have blood sugar problems. So we have a product for that called glucose. Um,
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Most people also have problems with anxiety and mood issues. We have a product called Mood for that. Basically, our products that are liquid in nature are nanotechnology. And for those that don't know, nanotechnology means that they have broken the parts down to very, very small parts. It's like taking a beach ball and reducing it down to the size of a marble. So all you do is squirt those liquids under your tongue, hold them in your mouth for about 30 seconds, and they automatically get into your bloodstream. So your absorption level is almost 100% with those products. Um,
Wow.
we have an excellent probiotic that comes in a capsule. It's not nanotechnology, but the capsule is acid resistant. So it actually
Okay.
goes through your stomach and gets down into the
Wow.
small intestine before it comes apart. And that's where it needs
Okay.
to be. So you're not
Wow.
killing off those bacteria before they're in their right place.
Got
Um,
it.
yeah, we have a blood flow product that's called flow. It helps to increase the size of your blood vessels, so you're getting more blood flow to your extremities, more blood flow to the brain, more oxygenation. It
Mm-hmm.
helps with your mental focus. Um, so those are just a few of the products. Our our Pure Max, which is our weight loss product, is all plant-based. Um, I I'm not a huge person. I didn't need to lose a lot of weight. At, at my age, anything you need to lose, it's darn near impossible to get that done at this stage of my life.
I hear
But
you.
after 16 weeks, I'm happy to report I lost 13 pounds and over
Oh,
18 inches.
congratulations. That's
So
wonderful. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, and knowing that
Yeah.
it's a healthy way of doing it, a responsible way
Yeah.
of doing it, and my energy increased as part
That's
of it.
great. Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, yeah,
That's great. Well, I see that you have a lot to offer, and it's not just necessarily tailored for one specific need, but that was going to be my next question to you is it specifically tailored for one specific audience, or can multiple people benefit from it? Can everyone benefit from it, or if it is it for a niche audience?
everyone can benefit from this.
Mm.
Most definitely, everyone can benefit
Yeah,
from this.
that's great.
Uh, and the products all work synergistically, so they work together. One
That's good.
product on its own is wonderful. Using them
Hmm.
all increases the benefits of all of them.
Wow, that's great. And
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you as well, what are some common misconceptions that people may have about PureV?
Well, this is a sharing business.
Hmm.
So we're talking direct sales, and people have a misconception about what multi-level or network marketing means. All
Hmm.
we're doing is sharing, and we get paid to share.
Right.
Um, you have your friends and family's best interest at heart.
Right.
Most of the time, those are the people who don't want to talk to you. But yeah, you know, you share about restaurants that you go to.
Right.
They don't pay you to do that, but you're
Hmm.
sending business their way. One other thing I found that is a misconception is
Hmm.
typically direct sales, the quality of the products are actually better than what you could buy at a big box store, so to speak.
Got
Um,
it.
so
Yes,
we're,
ma'am.
yeah,
Yeah, well, that's great. Thank you so much for elaborating on that. It's very, very
sure.
interesting. I'm enjoying learning about it. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I do want to ask you, in today's world, why do you believe that PURVII is important, most important now, more now than ever?
Well, I think especially with some of the changes that we're seeing in the health industry, um,
Hmm.
a lot of things are coming out right now. So
Hmm.
people are starting to become aware of
Hmm.
things that maybe they have consumed that have not been in their best interest health-wise. And now we're giving them alternatives that
Hmm.
are healthy for them.
That's great. That's great. That makes a lot of sense. Yes, ma'am. Also, I did want to ask you, if someone was hesitant to um, basically start using PureV, what's one way that you would encourage them to go ahead and make that step? Because you mentioned so many great benefits here and how it's relatable. Everyone can use it. Everyone can benefit from it. But if someone's a little hesitant to get started, what would you say to them to go ahead and encourage them to make that vital step towards their health?
Well, I would always tell them, of course, if you're on medications, you want to clear this with your doctor first.
That's
Um,
good.
but if you, especially if you're not on any medications or very limited medications,
Right.
this gives you the ability to improve your health in a natural way.
Mm,
Um, you're going to see benefits from this,
right.
most definitely.
That's
I'll
good.
go back and give you one other example, if I may. Our
Yes, of course.
D3K2 product,
Mm-hmm.
because of the work that I do, being a
Hmm.
massage therapist and all, I'm on my feet all the time. So
Hmm.
I had worn compression socks for years because
Yeah.
that's the one area that hurts me at the end of the day is my
Yes.
knees. My legs would be killing me.
Mm-hmm.
Very first dose I took of the D3K2, I, for some reason, didn't wear my compression socks that day. And when I got home that evening, I realized my legs didn't hurt. And of course, you
Wow.
go through all the excuses of
Right.
why they didn't hurt that day. The
Right.
next day, I intentionally did not wear them.
Wow.
I have not had leg pain since my very first
Wow.
dose. I've never worn
Wow.
compression socks since.
Wow. That's a blessing.
And I did have a conversation with Dr. De Silva, who is our
Mhm.
chief medical officer.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I was like, what's the deal? This is crazy. Well, I found out D3K2 works on inflammation within your body.
Wow.
So if nothing else, to
Hmm.
help relieve you from the inflammation,
Wow.
it's well worth it.
Wow. Well, that's an awesome, awesome testimonial. You're answering my next question for you. You're right on it. But
Okay.
I was just about to ask you, have you had any other testimonials where this has benefited, and where it kind of just reaffirmed your mission and what you all had to offer? And that's an incredible, incredible testimonial there. And I'm so happy that you found something that works for you as well. And that
Yeah,
explains another reason why you're so passionate about this. It's because you know it works. And that's
absolutely.
always always a great thing. Like, you don't want someone who's just, pushing something on you like, hey, use this product, and they're not even using it themselves, but you just sat here and told us that it actually has worked for you. And so that's awesome. And congratulations as well on that
Thank
benefit for
you.
you also. So are there any other testimonials that you want to share with us, something that just reaffirmed that you are, doing something that works and something that people truly need?
Well, we have a lot of testimonials on our page that you can
Yeah.
actually go to and see.
Okay.
There's a page called puremax.com that
Mhm.
is for the specific weight loss product, and there's a whole
Wow.
list of testimonials on that page. You'll also see if you go to PURVII.com that there are testimonials that show up on there from all sorts of people. So don't just take my word for it. There's several
Right.
people out there that are confirming this product
Right.
is working for them. So
Wow. That's great.
You've been listening to Victorious the Podcast with your host, Tori Tellem, and special guest, Lisa Cleveland. Tune in next week for another segment from this awesome interview learning about PURVII, a product for a variety